Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, we want to say thank you for all of the opportunity so we can present or convey our material about classroom management for young learners. But before going to the material, let me introduce the member of our group 1. There are Amanda Devasha Aisyirah Muslim, and the next there are me, Nurul Asfia Basit, and the next there are Marliuna, and then Musdalipa, and then Nurul Anisa Mahmud, and then Nurul Hasanalail Al-Fajri, and then Shamsinar, and the next Ummi Hanin, and the last one is Ummul Maisyarah. Now we are going to the first material about young learners. Who are considered as a young learners? So, in a general sense, young learners covers a number of age ranges, from preschool and kindergarten to elementary school, including children aged 2 to 10 years old. In addition, this category also includes children at the junior high school level, usually around 12 to 13 years old. They are a group of individuals who are passionate, curious, and sensitive to their environment. Learning design for young learners should consider their cognitive and emotional developmental stages. Effective learning approaches involve interactive styles, games, and the utilization of engaging media. And the importance of creating a positive, supportive, and motivating learning environment should not be overlooked to develop their interest and passion for learning. With a deep understanding of the characteristics and spatial needs of young learners, teachers can create a learning atmosphere that stimulates the growth of creativity, knowledge, and skills essential for their future.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. So, move on to the next material is about time management for young learners. Let's talk about what time management is and how we can get better at it. So, time management is planning how much time you spend on certain things. Basically, time management is spending your time well and wondering how you can organize your time more effectively. Keep these three in your mind. First is learn to prioritize. Prioritizing means know what is most important and getting it done first. For example, if I have homework, cleaning my room and playing soccer, I will finish my homework first, then clean my room, and the last is play soccer. Then the second one is make a to-do list. To-do lists are things that need to be done now. For example, there is homework, taekwondo practice, a test Friday, and piano recital Saturday. Writing everything down help you not to forget, such as cleaning your room, Friday taekwondo practice, and Saturday piano practice. And the last is learn to make a schedule. Schedules are used to plan when you will do something. For example, if you know you have an exam on Friday and piano recital on Saturday, you can set aside 20 minutes every night to study for the exam and practice the piano. If you wrote down your schedule, it might look like the picture in this slide.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I want to explain about teachers' instruction in organizing the classroom or classroom language. There are several instructions that teachers can use in organizing the classroom. The first is pre-activity. Pre-activity is divided into three, namely the first, greeting and attention. Start with enthusiastic greeting and signal to focus their attention. Use fun call and response or song. Example, good morning my little superstars, can I hear your favorite? The second is materials and setup. Show and tell with visual aids, ensuring everyone understands. Keep instructions short and straightforward. Example, look at these colorful markers. Each of you will get one. Let's all sit in a circle and I give you your very own magical color tool. And the third is grouping or pairing. Introduce the concept of working together in a fun way. Use simple names or colors for grouping. Example, guess what? Today we are going to be color. Find a friend who like the same color as you and stand together. Are you ready to be color buddies? The second is Will's activity. Will's activity is divided into three, namely, the first is step-by-step instruction. Break down the activity into very simple steps. Use gestures and action to demonstrate each step. Example, okay, explorers. Step 1 is to find something in the room that is color. Can you show me with your hands how we can do that? Great, let's go. And the second is positive reinforcement. Use positive language and reinforcement frequently. Celebrate small achievements with cheers or claps. Example, look at all these amazing color discoveries. You're all fantastic explorers. Let's give ourselves a big round of applause. And the last is visual, timers, and signal. Use visual like a timer or designate signal for transition. Keep reminders simple and visual. Example, our color exploration time is like a magical rainbow. When you see the rainbow picture on the board, it's time to finish up and gather back in our circle. And the last is post activity. Post activity is divided into three, namely, the first, celebration and sharing. Celebrate the completion of the activity. Allow students to share their colorful discoveries. Example, wow, you found so many beautiful colors. Who wants to share their favorite color discovery with the class? Raise your hand. And the second is group handle. Bring the group back together for a quick recap. Use positive language and expression. Example, let's all gather in our color circle. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Can we do a group cheer for our fantastic color explorers? And the last is closing routine. Stabilize simple closing routine. Use a constant phrase or action to signal the end of the lesson. Example, it's time to say goodbye. My little explorers, can you wave your magic color wands and say goodbye, colors. See you next time. That's all for me. I give it back to moderator.
Motivating expressions in English for young learners are phrases and strategies used by teachers to create a positive and engaging learning environment. The goal is to inspire students and enhance the overall enjoyment and effectiveness of language learning. Achieving effective classroom management is essential for maintaining a positive and productive environment. Teachers use a variety of approaches such as positive reinforcement and use of encouraging language. Clear instruction and collaborative problem solving is encouraged to create a supportive learning environment. Celebrating student successes, both small and significant, and interactive activities and games are incorporated into lessons to make the learning process fun and interactive. Teachers also utilize a variety of teaching methods through stories, role play, and multimedia resources, encouraging questions and providing open spaces for questioning and personalized feedback are used to recognize individual effort and improvement, and establishing consistent routines add structure and predictability to the learning environment, which contributes to a sense of comfort and focus among students. These strategies collectively aim to create a positive and motivating English learning experience for students.
Motivation expression for young learners. First one is amazing. Describe something that is extraordinary, escapes expression, or is very impressive. The second is brilliant. expresses that something is intelligent, brilliant, or has high intellectual excellence. The third is cool, an informal expression that states something is nice, interesting, or cool. The fourth is excellent, give a high judgment or of excellent quality or achievement. The fifth is fantastic, showing great ambitions, something extraordinary or marvelous. The sixth is good job, recognizes good work of effort. The seventh is incredible, expresses that something is unfathomable or amazing. The eighth is perfect, indicates that something has no faults or errors, reaching the level of perfection. The ninth is that's amazing, express amazing and admiration for something that is amazing. The tenth is very good, include a positive judgment of something that is very good or work well. The 11th is well done, recognize an achievement or a job well done. The 12th is you figured it out, express that someone has found a solution or solved a problem well.
Okay, thank you moderator for the opportunity. So now I'm gonna explain what are some techniques for teaching English to young learners. And the first one is set classroom rules from the start. So you should aim to introduce a set of classroom rules and standards during the very first lesson you teach to each group of students. And do not be afraid of spending the entire first class establishing this goodness instead of teaching a genuine lesson. It will serve you well for the remainder of the course. And you have to know that rules should be present in a specific and positive manner. For the example, raise your hand if you wish to talk is more specific than do not be rude, and more positive than do not speak out of turn. In general, it is better to tell students how they should act instead of how they should not act. Okay, this is the sum of list of common rules that standards in EFL course. So the first point is only speak English in this class, or for very young learners, speak English as much as possible. And the second point is look at the teacher and listen while they are speaking. And the next one, wait until you are called upon to speak. And the next is remain safe unless instruct to otherwise. And then arrive on time for class. And then the last point is arrive prepared for class, for example with pencil, notebook, textbook, or other materials. So I think that's all that I can explain, and I give it back to the moderator.
Next is keep up the pace. Maintain an energetic and dynamic pace during lessons to sustain the interest of young learners. Incorporate interactive activities, games, and varied teaching methods to cater to different learning styles. And keep directions brief. Children may have a limited attention span, so it's essential to communicate instruction concisely. Use clear and simple language, and consider visual cues to enhance understanding. Use a reward system. In this type, implementing a reward system can motivate young learners over positive reinforcement such as stickers, praise, or small treats to encourage active participation and completion of tasks. This helps create a positive association with learning English.
Okay, the next is strategies for teaching English for young learners. There are several strategies used in teaching for young learners implementation. So the first one is the teacher usually conducts some ice breaking. So guru mengadakan ice breaking untuk membantu menghilangkan kebosanan siswa dengan mengajak siswa bernyanyi dan menari bersama menggunakan audio dan video. And the second is recalling memory is important to help students remember the material they have learned in the previous meeting. Jadi, mengingatkan memori penting untuk membantu siswa mengingat materi yang telah dipelajari pada pertemuan sebelumnya. Selain itu, strategi ini membantu siswa menghubungkan materi sebelumnya dengan materi yang akan datang, sehingga siswa lebih mudah memahami keseluruhan materi. The third, the teacher applied a brainstorming strategy. So, guru menerapkan strategi brainstorming untuk meningkatkan rasa ingin tahu siswa dan membantu mereka mengenali bahan baru. For conducting a discussion, guru berharap mereka bisa mengetahui sejauh mana siswa telah memahami materi dengan melakukan diskusi. Jika siswa masih belum memahami materi, guru akan memberikan contoh atau penjelasan lain. Selain itu, strategi diskusi juga membantu siswa tetap berbicara meskipun materi utamanya bukan speaking skill. 5. The teacher using the game strategy. Guru menggunakan permainan untuk merangsang siswa terlibat dalam proses pembelajaran. Selain itu, juga dapat digunakan sebagai pemanasan terkait materi jika dilakukan sebelum penyampaian materi utama. Hal ini juga dapat digunakan untuk memastikan bahwa siswa telah memahami materi utama. 6. Listen and read. Jadi di sini siswa memegang teks, mendengarkan audio, dan membaca teks pada saat yang bersamaan. Guru memutar audio 2 kali untuk membantu siswa memiliki pemahaman yang mendalam tentang isi teks dan pengucapan yang benar setiap kata atau kalimat. 7. Listen and match. Di sini siswa mendengarkan audio sebanyak 2 kali dan langsung mencocokkan gambar yang ada di tangannya dengan beberapa kategorisasi berdasarkan audio tersebut. Selain itu, mereka tidak menampilkan teks apapun.
Okay, I will explain about teaching strategy for young learners. Okay, I will explain part H. The teacher asks the student to draw a curtain picture and give brief information below the picture using sentence basic on the material they have learning before. Okay, next is the teacher asks the student to write paragraph or more describing certain issues. Okay, next is the student were asked to fill sentence using word in the box after the main material has been presented by the teacher. Next is the teacher asks the student to write the new vocabulary they have learned in assessment book. Next is for students to have the clear and good understanding of the materials. Next is policy of English, the mind of the student to communicate using English with all of their friend and teacher. And then next is to support the student competence, knowledge, and reading interest. The school organize reading time every Thursday. Okay, next is during 3 days in the English camp, the students are expect to upgrade their English speaking competence by having work daily activity in English. Okay, next is assembly is
organized to support the student capability in the English that is conducted twice in the year.
Maybe that's all from our group. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.